When planning, they say, leave room to chance. This is the position that a section of the Suba Council of Elders found themselves in on Saturday, October the 7th, 2023, at President William Ruto's public rally at Nyakyamo Stadium. The grey-haired fellows who represented the Abasuba of Rusinga, Gembe, Lambwe and Kaksingri regions had to resort to Plan B at the last minute, owing to the fact that Ruto's 20 minutes or so at the famous soccer pitch were meant for addressing the enthusiastic crowd. In their illustrious plan, the elders were to coronate in the ways of the tribe, the first Kenyan president to set foot on Mfangano Island. The council had intended to present Dr. William Ruto with such cultural artifacts as the spear, the shield, three-legged stool, the fly whisk, among other paraphernalia.
Mango Marumasi, the president, and Gimungere, and then the general.
Honorable George Opiada Ogada, the council's principal coordinator, had this to say about the three-legged stool.
President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Chief of the Golden Heart, by Suba Council Elders,
Unfortunately, the president not only went away without these symbolic cultural treasures, he also left possibly with no idea about the Suba Council of Elders' little surprise for him. They therefore begrudgingly returned home with the paraphernalia, in possible anticipation of a more auspicious moment than Ruto's famous 4-day tour of Nyanza province, Nyanza region. The council's treasurer, Mzee Asher Abonyo, reminded his colleagues of the meticulous nature of a president's visit protocol to explain away their then impending failure to coronate Dr. Ruto as a ceremonial member.
State function president.
Your guess is as good as mine on whether or not the other chapters of the council, namely Mfangano and Gwasi, had their individual moments with the president. Or maybe not. The council's Mfangano and Gwasi chapters' decision to remain in their respective regions rather than show up with the rest of their colleagues may be attributed to logistical conveniences or some deeper causes. President William Ruto snubbed Rusinga, Gembe and Lambwe regions of the Great Suba region, all of which are located in Suba North constituency. Suba North MP Honorable Millie Mabona remains a vocal anti-Ruto crusader. In an apparent reference to President Ruto's tokenism and rewarding of loyalty, Mr. Ogada thanked Dr. Mark Matunga for championing the council's cause and for influencing Ruto's historic visit to Mfangano Island. The politician cum principal coordinator of the Suba Council of Elders insinuated that Ruto had snubbed Mbita and Rosinga, the headquarters of Suba North, courtesy of the area MP's belligerence towards his government. He advised the elders to find a way to abate the president's displeasure with Suba North, whether by persuading Honorable Millie Odhiambo to apologize to Ruto and soften her political stance, or seeking the intervention of their colleagues from the Kalenjin community.
Make sure you do the Mufagana. You get you one way you to go in. Tell him I engage one for a backups. Aquayo, that could later man. Tell him who made a pain on the low sea. The Jones were taking one of that. On any that I'm going to. Why are you a better? Makaka on your dog, every one that I'm going to give. Katake lungu jati lungu kuode dog pain. They go jonga the wound pin kwa ngono. Kada kumanya kadungu dugu jodong lango. Dugu di ngono ngono nya tewa kadong ngono. Ngono ayu hik maji tewa. Video ka ke kabulu ngi ngona mona ke mbe langu gi ina kondo. Naracha, emo jodi choko beti.
The elders said that since they had the ears of Dr. Matunga, they only needed to ask him to set up a special meeting with the president at State House, where they would then requite their desire to make him a ceremonial elder of Suba.
Anda na lambuika nini angija ye mati maenji makali to asete momondo abedi kodi machigni tugwenya
One get link monya lutu with link ke matungo wacho no be ni pudo dhi temo ko one kose organized one do agolo pacho no samo agolo pacho akali gini walunga lunga kaka ka onyalo yodonjo delegation monti to one link okonya link ni wadhi go chongwa ni ngama chielo to one link monyalo dhi mwakony go the situation.
Cognizant of the absence of the other chapters, Elder Bishop Padede urged his colleagues to consider a full council when making the trip to State House, should Lady Luck smile on them.
Working entire Abasuba community. Majam Fangano Yakabedi, Yaguasi Yakabedi would not. You might not drink in any night and looking for Wakaka. Corona could hardly accompany come out of the moon. I don't want to go to big more.
From the great Suba region of Homo Bay County, I'm Kevin Otieno.